And we're back with more of our playthrough of At Any Cost. And so we've been going through all the chips. The French have tried to make a little bit of movement, but they are getting stymied up here in this little corner here. We haven't even activated these guys to move out towards Mars-La-Tour. But it is time to check them out. And let's go ahead and just get started with our next activation. Our next chip draw. Okay, this is the CIC chip. The Prussian General Staff, which allows me to activate another division, or any Prussian division at my choosing. Now, the thing is, I can do this right now, or I can wait until a more opportune time. And now I gotta make, it's the difference between me and the French. If this was the French one, you'd have to play it immediately. And that just shows you kind of, the game is designed around the idea that the Germans were more flexible in their tactics. And actually, I am inclined to hold on to that and to see what the French do with theirs, because they still have their big activations coming up. They haven't even remotely got there. So, we'll go to our next one. Okay, here we go. Finally, Leboeuf, Third Corps. Leboeuf, an interesting guy. He was kind of, on the reforms of the French army. Although he loved the Chassepot rifle, he took a look at the steel breech-loading cannons and said, we don't need them. And probably paid a price for that. But anyway, we have the Third Corps activation. First things first, I gotta decide what posture I want him in. I think the French want him in a defensive posture because he'll be able to recover kind of the damage that was done to this unit here. But the problem is, Russians still have this, Command Initiative, which forces the French, this is more of a two-player thing, but forces them to swap whatever posture they are. So whatever it is, you use that, and it's the opposite. Okay, so they're in a aggressive stance. They're not going to be able to rally here. Okay, so what can we do with aggressive? First, we need our fire phase. And I think, okay, I can shoot from here and here, but because of this, it's obscured fire. All right, well, I think I'm gonna fire with this guy at him. But this time, we're gonna go ahead and use Moulin au Café and make sure we get a really nice big shot at these guys. Okay, so. After all is said and done, we end up on the 8 to 9 column. And French fire. Double twos, oh dear. Yeah, not what I wanted. Okay, so the French are just not rolling good here. A 2 is there for a morale test, but this 2 also is not going to do anything. Even with the, oh, brother. Okay. Whenever you roll doubles, that inflicts low ammo on the firing unit. And because well, I gotta roll for the Moulin Café too. And if it's a 1 to 5, they get another ammo problem. Yes. Okay. So not only does that unit have no effect on their fire, he gets a rationed ammo, which is worse than a low ammo result. And that's just terrible. Okay, so who else do we got to fire? Okay, I wanted to use that Moulin Café because I would have lost it. See, you don't save these over turns, so you got to use it in the turn. Use it or lose it is really the rule. What now? Oof, man, it's not getting good shots in. Okay, I think we're gonna have to use some obscured fire. We're gonna fire here. He's on a high hill and he's on a hill, but this will obscure his shot. So we're gonna fire 7 into fire some artillery in here. Let's take a look. We only get to fire on the 3 column. It's all said and done because of that obscured fire, among other things. And so they shoot. Fire the artillery with a 3 and a 5, and that is gonna be no effect as well. We put an artillery fired on him to indicate that he cannot move in the movement step. This 6th Strength Brigade, 1st Brigade here. Underneath it we have a mitrailleuse, which can both fire at the same time. I think we will do that. The French need something here. All right, firing here to here. That is an obscured shot, unfortunately. But they do end up in a much better column here. And they're gonna fire. And we, oh man, we did good on the top roll here for a 6. The morale roll is terrible. Okay, so 6, what's that? At the morale test times 2, that's a 4. That is not going to be effective. Oh man. My last real shot is to fire this disrupted brigade along with its mitrailleuse underneath, 4th Strength mitrailleuse. Have you even seen the counter for that? That's what the counter looks like right there, just in case you're ever wondering. And 4, but this brigade is only worth 3. Yeah, it's only worth 3 plus 4 would be on the 7 column, and it's obscured again. So, but this is kind of their last chance to really do things. I got some artillery pieces, but I don't think I'm even going to bother. Firing on the 4 column, and they need a big one. And of course, 4 to 1 is not going to do jack squat. It's a morale test, and once again, the dice are just not behaving for the French at all. Oh, and before I forget, because this was in the assault aggressive posture, that only has a command rating of 2, and 2 is not enough to put these guys in command. They are going to get a out of command step, out of command counter. Time to get these guys on the move. This guy is actually combat ineffective because he's shaken, or disrupted actually, and so he's down to 1 strength point. And he's also low ammo, so that's going to shift him like into a no effect. He's going to be off the combat resolution table. And according to the FAQ, that means that they are, it's no effect. And I believe I'm reading that right. If anyone disagrees, let me know, but I think that's the sum total of it. So we can just walk by this guy. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to ignore him for now. And so we're going to go, starting with him, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to keep the, however you pronounce that, knurl together as best we can. And we'll bring him up behind. 1, 2. I think I'm going to, well, I think I'm going to actually bring the artillery and mitrailleuse in here. And you can always move 1 hex, even though that's probably more, well, no, I can do it. You can always move 1 hex even if the movement point doesn't allow. But I think it did in that case, it doesn't matter. So, and here we're going to start bringing these guys in. And the question is, do I want to bring the artillery with me? Or do I want to just have them just kind of, I'm not sure what to do with that. I was thinking about setting up a charge here, but it just doesn't look like it's in the cards. I just need to get these guys down here and stop it. I may do something later, but we're going to go up here. I don't want to go in this ditch. That'll use up all my points, and I'll be in a ditch. So 1, 2, 3. Just going to come, just forcing ourselves down this valley. 1, 2. Or, okay, we'll just keep going. 3. And I changed my mind. I think I'm going to bring everyone with me. The artillery and the mitrailleuse. I think that'll become handy. So we'll pull them up here. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing kind of something dumb. Just, you know, funneling them all down here. But okay, let's see. Let's just have fun. Let's see what we got here. So we're going to bring the headquarters, and we're going to go ahead and pop him 1, 2, because he has to go up a hill. And I think we'll go 3 right here and just leave him there. He's got everyone in thing except for him. So everyone is moved except for the artillery, which can't move. And away it goes. Cavalry. Well, I don't see any opportunities for charges, so we're going to just bring them up in here in this forest. Like so. Alright. Now the question becomes, do I want to make an assault here? Do I want to get these guys in here? He's pretty weak. And I almost want to do it just so he doesn't like somehow like get into my backfield and start thumping on the artillery. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. We'll make this the lead assault, and this will be a supporting. All right. After all is said and done, the French are on the assault table at +6, and now they roll. And it should finish them. An 8. Oh, nice. That is the defender loses and takes 3 losses. One of them, by the asterisk, says that 1 has to be a casualty hit, and that is enough. And that eliminate him. Gotta make a little edit here. I made a mistake. Even though they won this and there was a casualty hit, that doesn't mean he just dies. We have to do the break test. And see what happens. He's cohesion is only a 6, and so 1 cohesion test and 7. Okay, so there, he's broken, and now he comes off. Okay, nice correction there. Bye bye. And I could technically, if I wanted, break through and move into this hex here, but I'm not going to do it. We're just going to stay the course here. And that's that. Now all we have, there's no rally because we are in the assault position. The only thing we have left is this out of command. And that is maneuver, which will allow them to, well, move. And that's all they can do. All right, well then, all right, we're gonna move here. There's a bridge here. And since this cavalry can stack, if it couldn't stack with this infantry, he'd have to take stream movement, but he doesn't have to because he can stack with that. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the hill. He's gonna go on the hill with the artillery there. And with this guy, we're just gonna get close to our headquarters here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. All right. I think that's 100% legal. Let me know if you think otherwise. Okay. All right, so we're ready for another activation into the box, into the cup. Only 3 more in there, I feel. Okay, but we pull out Augustus. Friedrich August Eberhard, Prince of Württemberg, something like that. And he's over here, actually, coming in as a reinforcement. And interestingly enough, his corps does not have an HQ in this game. He will start out in command, but here on out, it's always going to be he's always going to be out of command. And he just has these 2 units, a cavalry, medium, and horse artillery. So let's bring them in using the road. 1, 2, 2.5, and he has to come off the road. Can he stack with that? No, he can't. 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. And well, it's a little exposed. I don't think that's going to be, I don't know. I'll leave it like that. That's fine. I believe that's all we're going to do with him. So his activation is over, and we've got 2 left in the box. We reach in and pull out the 5th Cavalry. Here's his HQ, Rheinbaben. And I think we're going to leave him in assault position. And that will leave these guys in command. I think they're in command anyway. I think it's, no, it's only 2 there. Well, it's still in command. So, no one's going to fire. The cavalry can't do fire. What we can do, however, and I think we'll just try it just for grins, is we're going to do a cavalry charge. Starting with this one now. Whenever you do a cavalry charge, you can't go through any kind of weird terrain. Certainly not another unit. As long as it's, you can go up the slopes, but you can't run into anything. So he can kind of go here and hit that. But the thing is, you got to roll a dice for it against your cohesion. So I have to roll a 7 or lower. And where is my dice? Yep. 10, so no charge for him. Now he could still march over there and just do a regular assault. It might not be worth it. What I think I'm gonna do with these guys is I'm just gonna move him up here. And we can stack 2. The 2 is the limit for, except for brigades. They can only have 1 brigade in there. And these guys are gonna come in. Where are we gonna put them? There. Yeah, I think we're going to do that, and that way we can wheel around and do a charge if we were so inclined. Can't do anything else. There's nobody out of command. Oh, wait a minute. There was a guy out of command way over here. That guy. We're going to need to draw a chip for him. And what we come up with is Frozen. He does nothing. All right, that is the end of the 5th Cavalry there. And finally, it is time for L'Admiral's 4th Corps to go on the move here. All right, let's see what we should do. I think he's not part of the Corps. He's part of the Cavalry Corps, so, but I think that guy fell off him. I'm almost certain. First, I got to decide on a posture. I think we're going to stick with defensive. That will put everyone in command, except for, I don't think that guy is. No, he is, because the range is 4, and you use half the movement when going on a road. It shows you how important the roads are for communication. But they are all in command. Okay, so we'll be in defensive posture, and what are we going to do? Kind of any fire we're going to do? No, we're not going to fire at anyone. That seems a bit of a waste. We need to move, and, you know, I really just don't want to get into this ditch. I think I'm just going to kind of pour people across this bridge here. And, you know, I don't like getting under the fire there, but I think once we get over this bridge, we can kind of spread out in a line here and start our assault. So I think that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, we don't got a whole lot of movement for this. I'm going to leave the HQ behind for this move. 1, 2, 3. Like so. 1, 2, 3. That works. Okay, we'll get him in the act here. 1, 2, 3. Along with the HQ will come behind like so. Gosh, I'm not sure what to do with the other guys. Well, we're just going to move him in position here. I may spread out, and I might have one guy go in the ditch later. Not right now. This guy back here, I'm not sure how he ended up here, but I'm going to move him up. Or, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a little wondering what I need to do with him. If I come out here, I'm vulnerable to charge. This stream is kind of protecting us, the French, from getting charged. Kind of think I want to just leave him there, let these guys get really involved and all these guys get stuck to him, and then wheel around and see if we can't smack someone. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave him like that. We got everyone here like this. That's the activation, that's the movement. There's no assault. There's nothing to rally. And there was no one out of command, so that ends that activation, which would be the last activation, except we got to remember we had the Prussian chit here that allows me to activate a division, but I'm only going to activate one unit, and that's going to be him. And we're just going to get him in the town so that we have a defense. And I wanted some infantry here. All I got's cavalry and artillery, which could hold, but I think the infantry there is going to make it a little more trouble for them. So, finally, we get to the end of the first game turn. 4 o'clock. That was an hour of game time. They're simulating an hour of the battle. And, well, you can look over here. You can say, please leave a comment about my strategy if you think it's totally stinking. For one thing I noticed here is you might consider coming down this little narrow path here. Enfilade fire. Only one guy can shoot, And none of these guys in the back can, which you don't really necessarily want to be in, as Robert E. or General Hood could tell you. Okay, that is the end of the turn. All right, so join us next time. Not a whole lot of action in this first turn, but it's gonna get bloody next turn. So join us then, and thanks for watching.